If you guys can't get enough MMA breakdowns, make sure to check out Kobe's Corner and MMA Kelton. Links are in the description. Tell him I sent you. Joanna Jędrzejczyk will defend her strawweight title against Karolina Kowalkiewicz in New York. Even with all the big names and great matchups on this card, this is the fight I'm most looking forward to. Karolina is coming in as an underdog, and I think that's fair. Joanna is my pick, which makes this the third favorite on the card I've chose so far. And to be honest, I'm still uneasy about my Woodley versus Thompson pick, but that's besides the point. Karolina may not be the better technical striker or on the same level as far as footwork, but she definitely has some qualities that could win her this fight. Also, this is a rematch. They fought each other as amateurs in 2012. Joanna won by rear naked choke in the first round. If anyone has information on that fight, by the way, a video, or if you've been there personally, let me know. Tell me what happened in that fight, because I'm really curious how that ended up being a rear naked choke victory for Joanna. Anyway, let's get started. You're watching Rapid MMA.
Watch my hand. See, it's just open like this and shoots right in there. See? Doesn't matter who it is.
There's a couple things about Karolina that I'm not quite sure of yet. That's her cardio and her ground game. So far, her cardio seems really good. Has the endurance to last 15 minutes no problem, and at a high pace. But that doesn't guarantee anything since there's an extra 10 minutes in this fight, and that's a lot of time. Her ground game up to this point, it seems good. Brandon Marcos was really the only one to get an advantageous position, but Karolina defended very well. Same thing against Rose. Karolina was able to avoid submissions and keep control. Against Heather Jo Clark, Karolina was able to tie up an armbar in the scramble, and if there had been more time in that fight, or that round, she probably would have won. When it comes to grappling, Karolina is just ferocious. If there's even the slightest opportunity to throw a knee or an elbow or a punch, she'll do it, and that can be devastating, especially early on. Karolina doesn't fuck around. She's throwing to finish at all times. I think the ground game will be an interesting aspect of this fight, and if Karolina can secure position, her strikes could end the fight. I know a lot of you are going to say, well, Claudia wasn't able to keep Joanna down, but Karolina has never fought Claudia, so we can't really make a definitive comparison between those two. If it goes to the ground, I'm curious to see what will happen, especially early on. Karolina's striking, well, it's basically relentless and ferocious, just kind of like her ground game, especially if the opponent doesn't use a lot of footwork or movement. She'll either press forward and throw combinations, or she'll use her jab to bait and counter. Jab, leg kick, then a straight blast. Sometimes with uppercuts, sometimes with straights, other times she's mixing in kicks. Some fights she remembers to tuck her chin, other times it's straight up in the air. Sometimes she'll fade left or right after throwing punches, other times she'll move in straight lines. You can tell she's really in the moment, kind of figuring it out as she goes, and I think that's just part of her experience level at this stage in her career. I think what she wants to do is bomb her right hand as hard as she can and the left hook follow if need be. She's not afraid to trade in the pocket, she'll eat punches all day long, just as long as she lands hers. It's not always the prettiest striking, but it's effective. Rose Namajunas was the only one to really counter this style, but even for her, the pressure of Karolina was just a little much. Karolina is always in your face, only backs off if she's moving away from strikes, and that has bothered her opponents. They always try to clinch with her and take her down, which is not a good idea unless they got a power double leg or some judo in their back pocket. Otherwise, the clinch just seems to be Karolina's game. Just like the grappling on the ground, the clinch will be an interesting spot too. Joanna is the taller fighter here, and we've seen her throw elbows in tight. Karolina likely won't have the leverage she's had in past fights because of the height differential. Again, Karolina is very strong, and she was able to dominate the clinch against Rose, and she was the taller fighter. Joanna is more experienced in Muay Thai though, so I don't know. Overall, the grappling in this fight, it's going to be very interesting. Karolina is so effective in the clinch, it's been the game changer in most of her fights. Rose was definitely getting the better of Karolina at range, but when she tied it up, her knees were relentless. So who's to say Karolina won't be effective in the clinch against Joanna? We'll see. To summarize Karolina, it's about pressure, utilizing her jab, and not standing in front of Joanna. In my written breakdown, I talk about how Karolina can use the game plan that Rose used against her. A lot of movement on the outside, good use of the jab to draw Joanna in, land a few punches, then exit out to range. Karolina does this sometimes, but that's really not her game, so I'm not confident she'll do that. I think she's just going to have an active jab, press forward, throw strikes, and really just kind of go with the flow and see how it fares for her. If it doesn't work out, she'll tie up and see what opportunities are presented in the clinch or on the ground. I think the likely way she wins is early somehow, maybe dropping Joanna like Claudia was able to, then either finding a submission or pounding her out on the ground. The other way is if she's able to use good movement on the outside, land effective strikes, then hold Joanna against the fence. and bleed out the clock, but that's a very exhausting style of fighting for 25 minutes, and it hasn't worked for anyone up to this point against Joanna. And in addition to that, we haven't seen Karolina go for 25 minutes. She's good at catching kicks, so that could also work to her advantage. I mean, Karolina is just the right mix of toughness and tenaciousness, but she just doesn't quite have that skill there. So she's gonna give Joanna a tough fight, I believe. I don't know, that's just my assessment of Karolina. And just like Karolina, Joanna is tough and tenacious. She's more technically sound on the feet, good cardio, takedown defense, good grappling. As we mentioned before, she's been dropped, so that's something to be aware of, and she can be controlled against the fence. There's a lot to go over with Joanna, so I'm just gonna highlight a few things I've noticed and enjoy. One is the long guard, and it's a little different sometimes because she'll extend both arms rather than having one in to guard her face and the other extended. It's really an excellent technique she's carried over from Muay Thai. She'll use it when her opponents blast forward, especially off the leg kick. Now she'll use it both to evade and to counter. Remember her fight with Jessica Penne? As Jessica stepped in, Joanna countered with the right, which Jessica responded by trying to get a double collar tie. And Joanna uses her long guard, stuffing Jessica's right shoulder, which stops her from getting both hands around the neck. Instead, she has this unbalanced single collar. As Jessica is pushing against Joanna's guard, she turns and tries to knee Joanna, and Joanna feels that, retracts her guard, and Jessica falls forward into Joanna's elbow. Excellent work. I do think the way Joanna is able to draw her opponents in and use that long guard will give Karolina issues. Maybe not that elbow in particular, but just the evasive maneuver and the counter. Nonetheless, Karolina basically jabs, then straight blasts forward, and if Joanna is able to draw that out and counter by stepping into that range, Karolina is going to have a really rough night. And this is where the exciting aspect of the fight takes place though. When Joanna does step into the pocket with Karolina, they're both going to be throwing down, exchanging combinations. At that point, it will come down to who is able to block, slip, or simply who has the better chin. In my opinion, from what we've seen so far, I think Joanna has a better understanding of her range, how to bait, how to evade, and when to attack. I like the angles she creates and how she's able to direct fighters into her shots. She'll switch to southpaw to attack the inside of her opponent's leg or to use her right hand in different ways. I think Karolina has to find a way to not play Joanna's game by either taking it away with clinch work and groundwork or being evasive and attacking from range. That's how I see it anyway. Obviously that's open to discussion, so make sure to leave your thoughts on how you think Karolina can win. There's another thing to note, and that is Joanna now trains here in the US at ATT in Florida. Personally, I think this is a great move. She'll get more looks in sparring with all the training partners there. You can see her working on her strength and conditioning. We already know she has excellent endurance. There could be some downfalls with adapting to living in a new country, adapting to her surroundings, but I can't imagine her team wouldn't be helping her out with that. Overall, I see this as a very good thing for Joanna.
I've got it, now I'm gonna grab. No! What did you do?
As I said, my pick is Joanna, but I'm sure there are some of you who might be looking to play Karolina. If that's so, I do think she has some good things going for her. First off, it's her endurance. We talked about how we don't know how she'll last with those extra 10 minutes, but I do think she has 5 hard rounds in her, and that's based on her output over 15 minutes. Another thing is her stand-up. She is better than what she's shown. I was watching her fight in Invicta, and she was using really good combinations, timing, and kicks. It was against a smaller opponent, but still her technique seemed crisper. She's shown that in her UFC fights here and there, but I think she can get a little overzealous. Karolina can take a hell of a shot. Even when all her technique is out the window, she can punch while getting punched, and that's probably one of the most dangerous things about her. I think if she wins, it's likely by a submission, maybe a TKO if it's a good shot, but I can't pick her to win. I couldn't bring myself to put money on her, but if you're willing to take that risk, I'd keep the amount rather low. I think Rose showed very well how to draw Karolina in and attack. The downfall of Rose in that fight was the clinch and how much damage Karolina was able to do there. Rose also tried to take her down, which really didn't need to happen since Rose was winning these striking exchanges. I anticipate the clinch should be a strong point for Karolina in this fight, but to a lesser degree. I don't think Joanna will be as easily controlled. Joanna is an investment fighter. Shots to the body and to the legs constantly and consistently. Grappling her against the cage only seems to work in her favor over 25 minutes. Best shot for Karolina is to put Joanna away or somehow shut down her striking. I have Joanna winning by decision, but a stoppage could happen for Joanna. Obviously, it depends on their approach. It really is just a technical, experienced Muay Thai fighter in Joanna versus Karolina, who is also a Muay Thai fighter, but she just isn't even touching her level of skill yet. It'll be her toughness and her tenaciousness that wins this fight for Karolina, but my pick is Joanna by decision, and probably a fight of the night.
I hope you stay with us. Thanks. Bye-bye. Practice makes perfect.